So the DJI Action 4, we've heard all the hype, we've seen all the sponsored videos, now it's time for a consumer level review of this action camera. Is it the best action camera of 2023, given the fact that the GoPro Hero 12 has yet to be announced? So we're not going to talk about the GoPro Hero 12, we're just going to talk about the Action 4 and my experiences with it. Different resolutions, all the testing that I've done, that's coming right up. So now let's take a look and see if we can use the Action 4 as an in-car camera. And I want to do this for two people. One actually asked a question and the other person does this a lot. So the person that asked the question was Mevi. Great channel, you need to check it out in the link below. And he asked about using it as an in-car and then transitioning out, how it does with white balance. And we'll test that here momentarily. But the second person is for Alan at Sound Speeds. Now he does a little series, and I believe it's called Sound Bumps, where he does his episodes filmed inside the car. And I want to see, well, 4K 30 frames per second with the Action 4, how is the audio with it? Because right now we're just using inbuilt audio. I do have an adapter coming where I can test how the audio sounds with a USB Type-C adapter for it, since I don't have the DJI wireless mic. But I think that this is a viable option for those out there that like to film in car, whether you have a car channel, whether you're trying to just do like Alan does and discuss a topic at hand while you're inside the vehicle driving to and from set. So this is what the audio sounds like, this is what the video looks like. Okay, Mevi, this is for you. I'm inside the vehicle. It's shaded by some trees. And just to show you what the exposure looks like whenever you change exposure from dark to light. Hopefully that helps. Okay, here's a quick little 1080p test between the Action 4 and the Hero Black 11. And it is very windy right here at the Duck Park. But this is what the video quality looks like on both in 1080p. So for those of you that are wondering, is it a good 1080p camera, the Action 4? Well, I'll let you judge for yourself compared to the Hero 11. So once again, the Action 4 and the Hero Black, 4K 30 frames per second, backlit with the sun behind me. How does it do with dynamic range? Shady area behind me. And some ducks. What's up, duck? Coming up to me or just coming up to the shade? Huh? Yeah, he's just coming up to the shade. Because it's just too damn hot today. Okay. On to the next test. And back to 4K on both of these cameras, just to see what the audio sounds like picking up this wind noise. 4K 30 frames per second, like I said. And oh, look at there, a little train of ducks, a little bird. But I'm standing here in the shade. Why? Well, because it's atrociously hot. The wind's coming from behind the cameras. So quick little audio test just to see, and I'll denotate with a little microphone symbol which camera is which's audio during whatever portion that I'm switching back and forth to. And now we're going to face the camera into the wind and then denotate whether it's the GoPro Hero 11 or the Action, and see how it deals with wind noise. But I do have a solution for that, and that's coming up in just a little bit. Okay, now one of the things that happens with some action cameras is you get some of that chromatic aberration, that little purple fringing, and it's usually when you're in a shadowed area looking up towards the sky through a tree line. So I'm going to show you that now. So is there any chromatic aberrations on the Action 4 versus the Hero 11? Walk up to this portion here, see how that looks, the color of the sky, etc. Now the GoPro Hero 11 in its Hyperview and the Osmo Action in Superview, which is the widest field of view that you can get with both cameras. So we'll just take a look and see what that looks like. And now just a quick comparison between the two as far as their highest resolutions. So the Action 4 is 4K 30 frames per second. The Hero 11 is at 5.3K 30 frames per second. And I'm going to scale the 5.3K down just a hair so that it matches with the Action 4. But detail wise, can you tell the difference between the 4K on the Action 4 and 5.3K on the GoPro Hero 11? Okay, remember I was talking about a solution for the audio if you're outside and about, and it's very windy right now. The wind is actually blowing pretty hard right towards the back of the camera like I did out at the duck park. But that is by using a Windslayer, and yes, you have to modify a little bit, but it will work just fine. It accommodates the bottom of the magnetic housing here that you just saw. Well, like I said, just a simple little modification. This Windslayer works so good with the GoPros, and it works really, really well. And that was a big gust of wind. Works really well with the Action 4. So that's a solution if you didn't want to get an external microphone. But I'll talk about an external microphone in an upcoming video. And by the way, if you're new here and you're getting anything out of this video, definitely give it a thumbs up because it definitely helps this video with the YouTube algorithm. And by the way, if you're new here, hey, consider subscribing. I do a lot of action camera reviews. Back to the video. Okay, it is now almost 9 p.m. in the great city of Grapevine. I've got the Osmo Action 4 and the GoPro Hero 11. And the Osmo Action 4, I do not have it on low light priority yet, but I just want to see what this looks like, and then we'll switch it to low light priority. Okay, so now I've got the low light priority turned on the Osmo Action 4, GoPro Hero 5, 5.3K, 4K 30 frames per second with Rocksteady on. And then I'm going to pull the lens off after I get into the area that I want to videotape for low light. Like I say on the back of the screen of the Osmo Action 4, it does look very bright. I can't tell if there's any grain in the back sky, but let's go ahead and remove the lens cap and see if that helps any. And now I've removed the lens cap off the Action 4 with its low light priority on. So is this usable footage for low light, considering action cameras have never been touted as low light beasts at all? But what I can tell you is on the back of the screen, the Action 4 is super bright. It looks like the image is going to be a lot better than what the Hero 11 is. Look up at the clock. That train station back there. Look at some of these lights here. Too bad they don't have the waterfall going, because that's always a nice little treat, the waterfall there. Well, let's head back. Like I said, I'm really not sure what the image is going to look like, but since I've got the cap off of the Osmo Action 4, we're going to see if it actually helped out with low light priority and give it a little bit more light to where the ISO can go down, but it still exposes correctly. And that's with the lens back on. See if it made a difference. Now I'm going to reproduce the test that I did last year with the Osmo Action 3 little focus test. Now we've got the 4 and the original Osmo Action 1. And first I'm trying to set this up identical, which is not going to be possible since it was last year. But I am first going to set it to 30 centimeters, which is 11.7, I believe. So we're just going to do 12 inches from the lens to the little statue there. And I'll put the camera here in front of both of these cameras so that you can see there's no shenanigans going on. And then we'll test to see how is the focus. And is the focus improved, which I believe that the Action 4 is much improved over the Action 3. No more issues with focus. Okay, so we've got the 30 centimeters, but the Action 4 is supposed to be for 40. So we'll scooch it back to 40 centimeters, which puts it approximately 15.7, so 16 inches. So there we are, 16 inches away. And once again, in front of the cameras with the front of this lens. And how is the focus now? And of course, there's going to be some that want to see the GoPro Hero 11. So let's do that now. Okay, now the GoPro Hero 11 Black with the Action 4. First at 30 centimeters or 12 inches. That's approximately right. So we'll see how the focus looks on that. And then we'll scooch it back to 40 centimeters, which is about 16 inches away. And we'll see how the focus looks. Okay, now we're going to test the Action 4 against the Osmo Brave 8, 4K 30 frames per second. Quick little audio test on the Action 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Osmo Brave 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the Action 4 against the SJ Cam SJ8 Pro, 4K 30 frames per second. Audio test. Action 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The SJ Cam SJ8 Pro, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once again, the Action 4, this time against the SJ10 Pro, 4K 30 frames per second. Audio test. Action 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. SJ10 Pro, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the Action 4 against the Insta360 1R, 4K 30 frames per second. Action 4 audio, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Insta360 1R, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now the Action 4 against the Insta360 X3 in single lens mode. Action 4 audio test, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The X3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now the Action 4 against the old GoPro Hero 8 Black. So quick little audio test. By the way, 4K 30 frames per second. Audio test, Action 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The GoPro Hero 8 Black, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I can tell you, when it comes to the DJI Action 4, some of the things I love about it. Number one is the build quality. It's super robust, just like the 3 was, but it doesn't have that focus problem like the 3 does. Everything is just really great about it, from the magnetic mount on the bottom of the camera, to its nice wide field of view, to its audio, to its stabilization, all the way around. I think it's a great camera. But you know, with saying all that, you gotta think the Hero 12 has yet to be released. So when the Hero 12 comes out, that'll kind of answer the question about the Action 4. I think that the Action 4 was everything that the Action 3 should have been. So tell me in the comment section down below, what do you think about the Action 4? Does it impress you? Is it worth the $399? Am I sending it back? No, I'm keeping it because I love this little camera. So that's it for my video on the Action 4. Great camera. I definitely give it 2 thumbs up from DJI. Good job. And I'll catch you in the next review. Bye.